Yes, well, guess what day it is? Yes, it's Friday once again. Yes, welcome to Gay Detroit Radio. I'm James D. I'm your host. Got an exciting show this week. I finally got the guy I wanted to interview. Yes, today we've got the one and only Don Miller. Yes, we're going to have a spotlight on Don Miller, which is part of, or who I say is part of, Dirty Mind Detroit. I love that. He had another name as well, which we shall go into a little later and have a little fun with. I've got lots to talk about as usual. The usual crap in the news, you know. I mean, good God. I mean, it just seems to get from bad to worse. We've got some good news, though, about some girls in St. Clair. They're trying to do a little fundraiser. I'll tell you more about that. Also, the staffer for an anti-gay, pro-family U.S. congressman. Now, this is a guy who's anti-gay. Oh, excuse me. He's anti-gay, pro-family, and he's just been arrested on 17 counts of child abuse or child sex crimes. I really don't know. The Pope is at it again. He's rejecting a French diplomat over the displeasure of his same-sex marriage in France. The same old crap from these religious organizations. And Dan Savage, he's having a little word, and rightfully so, about our wonderful Pricky Santorum and good old Mike Fuckaby. Usual shit, but you know what? We're gonna have a little bit of fun, sort of tearing them apart. Let's have a little bit of music. We'll play some Sunday Hats for our gay metal fans, and this is called "Let's Play Doctor." Ooh, let's.
Let's play doctor.
Yes, the wonderful sound there of Sunday Hats and Let's Play Doctor. Don't forget, after this segment, we're going to be listening to the wonderful Don Miller, and we're going to do the spotlight on him and a few songs. And it's quite a funny story because this was actually our third attempt at an interview. He called up one day and then my computer froze, so we tried to do it again, so we had to scrap the first part of the interview, and then we tried again, and then 5 minutes into the interview the computer froze again. Pissy. So God bless him, he came back, and he came back a couple of days later and did an interview. God bless him. He's just been having leg surgery as well, so the guy has been through the wars and God knows what. So God bless him for doing that. So after this segment, we're going to have good old Don Miller and Dirty Mind Detroit. Let's talk about that in their songs. Here's some good news, actually, now. This is a young couple from St. Clair. And what they're trying to do is a little fundraiser because her name is Cassie, and she's running for prom king. And her friend is Kayla, who is running for prom queen. And their high school makes the winning prom king and queen a competition to see who can raise the most money from a school department of their choice. And whichever couple raises the most money for their department wins the crowns. So what they're wanting to do is raise the money for another set of graphic calculators for their school. And because their school has only got one set consisting of 25 calculators, them winning would also mean that they would be the first same-sex couple to hold the prom crowns at St. Clair High. And so please help their school buy more calculators. The calculators are roughly around about $150 each, so let's make some donations. So that's St. Clair High. Get in touch with St. Clair High School and ask for Cassie or Kayla. They're running for prom king and queen, and donate some money. And there is a website which is www.gofundme.com/LGBT prom. So that's once again, that's www.gofundme.com/LGBT prom. PORM. Is that good news? Nice. Anyway, so back to our staffer for the anti-gay pro family. Do you know, I love when this happens. These people are just really. So the staffer for a pro-family U.S. congressman has been arrested on 17 counts of child sex crimes. Martin Pennell has been arrested on 17 counts of sexual exploitation of a child. He is the Constituent Services representative for the Republican U.S. Congressman Tim Huelskamp. And was active in the local Kansas politics in 2011. Pennell is being held on $75,000 bond. Do you know, I actually hate that these people do this, but I also love that this happens because these holier-than-thou people who are anti-gay and say, and then hide behind religion, and then they're screwing children behind your backs. This is just, it's totally ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. And Pope Francis of Assisi is at it again. The French newspaper reports that Pope Francis met France's nominated ambassador to the Holy See, and he's openly gay, and told him that the Vatican would not accept his appointment. In a meeting over the weekend, the pontiff allegedly cited his displeasure when a controversial 2013 gay marriage law in France as part of his reason for the decision, according to the report in its satirical title, Le Canard en Chance. Pope Francis has allegedly said he did not appreciate the manner in which France tried to put pressure on the Vatican by nominating a man, 55-year-old Laurent Stefanini, whose French officials knew it would be controversial given the Church's views on homosexuality. There should be no views on homosexuality. Homosexuality was not added to the Bible until 1946, and it was done because of political views, not religious views. So really, can you get off your little high horses, shut the fuck up, and just let people live? Simple as that. Dan Savage is back on his soapbox again. He said, why would Santorum and Huckabee's imaginary gay friends invite them to their weddings? Because apparently they're in the news saying that they would never ever go to a gay friend's wedding. Well, who the fuck wants to invite you? The real question or not is whether Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin or the other GOP presidential hopefuls would attend a same-sex wedding. Columnist Dan Savage said on Tuesday, it's how anybody believes that they would be invited to anyone at all. The anti-gay bigots are just really, really just completely going doolally, totally doolally, really ridiculous, and I'm just really fed up of it. But you know what? Let's have a little bit of song. I'm going to do this one because right after this, we're going to interview our wonderful Don Miller. I'm going to sing a song. It's going to be one of mine, and it's called "The Streets of Detroit."
Have you seen the old man beside the closed down market, picking up the paper in his worn out shoe? In his eyes you see no pride, his hand floats loosely by his side. Yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me you're lonely, and you say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, I'll lead you through the streets of Detroit. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Detroit, dirt in her hair and her clothes in rags. She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home to carry her bags. So how can you tell me you're lonely, and you say sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, I'll lead you through the streets of Detroit. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. small forgotten hero, and the world doesn't care. So how can you tell me you're lonely, and you say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, I'll lead you through the streets of Detroit. I'll show you something to make you change your mind.
Yes, welcome back to Gay Detroit Radio, and I have to say that my next guest, he's an absolute trooper, mainly because a disastrous start to the interviews. Yesterday we tried to talk, and well, the first time the my whole computer froze, so we had to do that again. We repeated the interview, and then the computer froze again. So I'm now back the day after, 24 hours later, and God bless him, he's still willing to do the interview. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Don Miller. Welcome back, Don.
How you doing, James?
I'm doing.
A charm, huh?
Oh my God! It's like, oh God, I felt so embarrassed. And I felt so bad for you, especially when you've just gone through some surgery as well. So you've just been explaining to me you couldn't play the guitar because you couldn't rest the guitar on your knee. How's the surgery gone? Is it all well? And are you going to get fit and better and back in the music scene?
PT's working really well, and yeah, we got some shows coming up at the end of May, so I'll find out.
That's good. That's good. So let's get back to where we tried to start yesterday. When you started, what made you decide to be in a group and whatever. So, I mean, and please, let's just go through the whole mishmash again, and let's hope that this time the 5 minutes goes by and we can then say, we got it. So, what made you decide, because you've been in band for quite a while, and I do believe your uncle is one of your band mates. So, please explain.
Yeah, my uncle, I'm 4 days older than he am. Well, he's my mom's half-brother. I was even a half-brother, and he's coming in. So we ended up growing up together, listening to music, and started playing together at a young age. And his name is Bob Melendez. Yeah, he was one of the best bass players I've ever seen in my life.
Sweet.
Yeah, so
and there's
my drummer.
There's three of you in your band?
There's just three of us.
Yeah.
Myself is our drummer, and he's got some crazy rhythms. I've seen drummers just jaws drop watching him play.
Wow.
He's just great.
Yeah, I do like that. Actually, a lot of times, unfortunately, when you do a lot of studio work, you've got the electric drummer, and it just doesn't seem the same. I mean, I love to play with live people, you know. And one thing I've always hated, and I really do with a passion, is karaoke. I mean, I hate that, but yet it's just taken off so much, and it became such a big thing, and it's still going strong now. What are your views on that?
I think it's. I can sit back and enjoy watching it all night. I just don't want to get up there and sing to it.
No, it's just like so artificial. It's untrue. So, what kind of genre would you say your music is?
A lot of blues-oriented, blues rock, and a little hard rock, and some of it's kind of mellow, almost like country.
Sweet. And do you do cover versions, or do you do your own material?
We do mostly our own, but we know tons of covers. I mean, we just kind of add our own twist to them, so they're not sounding exactly the same. But we have a lot of fun with them.
Okay, it's just, well, let's have some music. And I said to you yesterday, one of my favorite songs is Liar. And do tell me the story, what you said after that.
Well, yeah, we've all been through relationships with liars, and I went through one with an ex, so it's...
Well, do you know, it's funny. It's just people say, "Oh, exes and God knows what." Like it's like such a bad thing. Do you know? Throughout our lifestyles, you know, I mean, no matter whether you're gay, straight, good-looking, ugly, rich, poor, or Christian, or atheist, or whatever, you're going to get dumped at least once in your life, and people have to just realize that happens.
Well, I was with her 21 years.
Oh, shoot. Shoot. All right.
She's the mother of my kids, so I mean, I can't say too much.
Well, actually, then it wasn't totally wasted. You know, that's one thing my mother said. Said at least I got two beautiful children out of it. You know, I've been with my guy now for like 25 years. You know, so. And even after all that, I still married the bastard. Yeah, I mean, am I insane or what? Okay, let's play this song. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Don Miller. And funny enough, I did forget to mention, which I did mention yesterday, your band name is called what?
Dirty Mind Detroit.
Dirty Mind Detroit. I was thinking Dirty Talk Detroit. I couldn't remember. I just couldn't remember the mind. I like that title. That I can really relate to that Dirty Mind Detroit. Very much so. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Gay Detroit Radio, which is part of www.radio-op.com. We're at every Friday at 9 p.m. And then we're on our website, which is Gay Detroit Radio. .com, which is 24/7. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to a wonderful song from Don Miller with Dirty Mind Detroit and Liar.
You told me that you loved me, girl. Was that a lie? Some backdoor guy. My friends all say you've been fooling around. Look out, baby, 'cause I'm coming around. Look out, honey, coming after you. I'm gonna get you, baby, while you know it's true. A liar. My friends all say you've been fooling around. Moving and a shaking, baby, all over town. One of these days I'm gonna catch your ass. Look out, babe, the time's coming fast. You, baby, while you know it's true. You're just a liar.
Yes, that's the wonderful dulcet tones there of our good friend from Dirty Mind Detroit and Don Miller with Liar. What made you come up with that name? Because I think that's a fantastic name.
Dirty Mind Detroit?
Yeah.
We were called Rat's Ass for years and getting a lot of flack from bar owners.
What, Rat's Ass?
Yeah, they didn't want to keep putting it up on the outside.
That's a real classy name, I must admit.
Yeah, we were at us for years.
I am not going there, really. My mind has not gone past the dirty mind. My mind now is in the sewer.
Oh, I just wanted to come up with something that would get your mind going just as bad.
Yeah, actually, I prefer this one. This is a little subtle. Rat's ass just might be just a little out there, you know? And that's the only name you're claiming fame to. Did you have any more before then?
We were called Midnight Haze long time ago.
Oh, okay. Is that midnight? Is that like the haze, Haze? That's sort of, you're in a
like
fog.
Jimi Hendrix haze.
Yeah. Well, it's sometimes a lot of people say, "Well, who inspired you?" And I go, I don't really know. It's just like because I did cover versions when I was learning and when I was younger, and then I sort of got bored with it. So, who inspired you?
Well, growing up in Detroit, I was inspired by Motown, MC5, Stooges. Stooges Pink was one of my favorite ones. I actually know those guys now. They got a new album out, and it's awesome.
Sweet.
And, we do shows with those guys still.
No, I've traveled because I'm originally from England. I was in London for quite a while. Then I was in New York for quite a while. And now I'm in Detroit 5 years. On comparables with like New York and Detroit, which do you find that Detroit is a harder edge music scene, or do you think that New York has it? Because I find that over here you've got better musicians in Detroit.
There are so many great out of both states. I mean, but yeah, I Detroit, you never know what you're going to hear about. I hear bands that should be worldwide here, and I'm sure it's the same in New York.
Yeah, it's just that it's like a lot of people say, "Oh, well, he's like the greatest guitarist alive," about so-and-so on some sort of program or television. And I go, what you've got to realize is that, for every one person who makes it, there's 100,000 people who don't. And they're just as talented, and maybe more so talented, but it's just that you're in the right place and at the right time. And a lot of people have said to me, they said, well, it's really, sometimes it's like 10% talent and 90% pure luck. What is your view on that?
I think a lot of it is luck and knowing the right people. I mean, there are some fantastic musicians out there that never get heard. That's a problem, and record companies don't seem interested in signing anybody anymore.
Well,
do it on your own.
I've got a friend of mine who's he's been around for a while, and he's a pretty good celebrity, but he can't get signed, and a lot of people know who he is. And like I said, he's on the celebrity status style. I'm not going to embarrass him by mentioning his name, but he just can't get signed. And he's like looking for musicians to be in, and he's got like one musician who's in New York and another musician in California. I said, well, why you got one musician at one end of the country and another musician at the other end? I mean, there are plenty of great musicians in Detroit. But I don't know why, but for some reason, the man is completely ultra talented, and he's been on TV quite a lot, and for some reason, he just can't get signed. This is what I can't understand about the music industry. For some reason now, they seem to want you to put all the money up front to, project yourself, and then they'll think about signing you and putting their money, whereas back, like, in Elvis days and the Beatles days, the music company would put up the money and promote you. Do you find that's changed for the better or the worse?
I think it's it's kind of crazy, but I think most people go out and try to do it themselves because you go with a record company, a lot of them they're not going to really you owe them for something that you're already doing. Yeah.
It's somebody said to me they're like leeches and God knows what. I wouldn't put it as far as that, but then again, sometimes shark springs to mind, But it seems to be it's a different world now. Whereas, like, one time you could become like an overnight success. Now an overnight success might take you like 10, 15 years. So I don't know. Anyway, now this next song It's called The End of Time. Tell me the story about this.
Well, we recorded this 14 years ago with my old band, Rat's Ass.
Mm-hmm.
Back then we had
I love that name.
Yeah, we had a different singer, Tim Dyer, and we had a keyboard player. She was awesome, Rebecca DeSantis. She played keys and guitar. And we recorded this, and actually, I don't think we ever played any place but 2 places after we recorded the CD. And Tim and I wrote the lyrics to it. He wrote most of I come up with the chorus and come up with a lot of the other stuff. And so we decided to re-record it because we really liked it, so now we do a 3-piece with me singing it.
Right. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Gay Detroit Radio, and we've got Don Miller, part of Dirty Mind Detroit, a.k.a. Rat's Ass, and I love that name. And we're going to listen to The End of Time. I'm James D., and we'll be right back. Yes, as you can tell, this man is a very, very talented man. The End of Time there. And it's actually, it's enduring the test of time because, classics never die out. It's like musicians. They don't die. They just kind of fade away. What do you think, Don?
And they could break a lot of strings and just put new ones on and keep playing.
Oh, God. So, it's like we never seem to slow down. We always there hoping that we'll just get one more song out there. But what do you think about the Rolling Stones? Because, my God, these guys now, they're like in their 70s, and they're coming to Detroit as it happens.
Oh, it's unbelievable. They're still doing it. I mean, I give them, wow, it's one of the greatest bands in the world, and they're still out there doing it at that age.
I know.
They must have oxygen behind the drum.
Oh, I don't. Do you know, it's like, I'm thinking, because I'm looking at them, they're all grandfathers now, and a couple great-grandfathers, and it's like, how would you explain as a child that your grandfather is like the biggest rock and roll icon in the world and has tried every drug, sex, and God knows what? How do you explain that to your friends? That must be awesome.
Nobody would believe you, probably.
That's true. I mean, people look at me and they go, oh, well, it's okay for you. I go, well, you don't know what I've done. I said, well, there's a lot of, danger out there. I said, I'm a musician. I said, I've virtually seen everything. I've tried everything. I've done everything. And thank God I've virtually survived everything. So throw it at me. Now, how do we get in touch with you, Don?
We've got Facebook pages, Dirty Mind Detroit on Facebook, and there's Dirty Mind in Detroit on Facebook, and there's Dirty Mind Detroit.
Okay. Have you got
Rat Sass, Dirty Mind?
You're just still hanging on to that rat's ass, aren't you? Right. Any future gigs coming up?
Yeah. May 23rd, we'll be at the Token Lounge. Mm-hmm. We're going to we hit the stage about 11.
All right.
Some awesome bands here.
And where is the Token Lounge?
Yep, at the Token Lounge. And May 30th, we're doing a cancer benefit outside in Redford, park on Beach Daily. And that is called Redford Run for Life. We're doing it actually for Cave Radio in Redford.
Oh, sweet. Right, listen, young man. Now, this next song, you said it's one of your favorites, and apparently it's a live version. Tell me the story about this.
We recorded this one, I think about a year ago in Garden City Park. Mm-hmm. And the song actually I wrote about my wife right now, and it pretty much it's just a blues song that tells her how I feel about her. That's all.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, get a nice hard rock man going mushy right at the end. Don, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you ever so much. And thank you for putting up with the trials and tribulations of the first twice. As you said, third time is a charm. Thank you ever so much for being on the show. And if you want to come back and promote anything, you are more than welcome to come back on the show. You're a great person to talk to. Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to Gay Detroit Radio. And today is good old Don Miller Rat's Ass. Dirty Mind Detroit. I can't get past that rat's ass. Ladies and gentlemen, and it's a wonderful song. And it's a live version of 'Cause I Love You.
'cause I love you. Yeah, baby, 'cause I need you. Yeah, baby, lying next to me. Oh, I feel so good when you're loving me, baby. You're all my world, yeah. When I hold you in my dreams tonight, I'm gonna love you the whole night, 'cause I love you. Yeah, baby, 'cause I need you. Yeah, baby. When I hold you in my dreams tonight, I'm gonna love you the whole night, 'cause I love you. Yeah, baby, 'cause I need you. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, what a great guy to interview. Really did enjoy him. Really did. Really did. Not bad for a straight guy, huh? He's going to kill me. Anyway, so let's get back to the good old politics of life, and let's see what's going on. Oh, yeah. Now, this is a bit of fun as it happens. Gay rights activist, he scoops up the domain names of the Indiana lawmakers who voted for the Religious Freedom Bill. What it is, a group of Indiana state legislators who voted for the state's much maligned Religious Freedom Bill now have their domain names redirected to a site with statistics about lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender youth, thanks to an activist who wants the lawmakers to support broader non-discrimination protections. Conran Juling, who lives in Oregon, bought the domain names for the Republican state reps Martin Cabau, Dale Devon, Douglas Goodvine, Kathy Krug Richardson, Don Lebe, and Donna Shabley. The address donnashabley.com, for example, now directs you to the site about LGBT issues. Oh, good God. God bless America. This is really, you know, stop fucking with people now. Oh, well, do you know, right, they really deserve it. Now, and from the sublime to the total ridiculous, a Christian lawyer who I've had the notes for this now, teeth won't work, who actually unsuccessfully defended Utah's ban on gay marriage, yes, that lawyer, is now saying that legalizing gay marriage will cause 900,000 abortions. I think we should have a moment's silence for the mentally afflicted, you dumbass. Jean Scher made the claim in an amicus brief filed with the U.S. Supreme Court on behalf of the 100 Scholars of Marriage. The court will hear the arguments on gay marriage from the 4 states on April the 28th. I do believe actually Michigan's involved in that one as well. Is it? I don't know. There's also Kentucky and there's 4 states altogether. You know, it's just, I'm just not, listen, people are saying it's not going to happen. You cannot turn back 37 states' rulings. You cannot turn back SCOTUS. The only thing that's really going to be turned back is the Religious Freedom Bill. Actually, SCOTUS did us a favor in doing that, because actually now the people who really want to become legal assholes are doing it in the name of God, and they're making complete assholes of themselves. Anyway, back to this particular asshole. On the surface, abortion and same-sex marriage may seem unrelated, he wrote in a commentary published in the Daily Signal website. He assures us that the two are closely linked in a short and simple causal chain. Please do tell. Scher said that legalizing same-sex unions would devalue marriage and cause fewer straight couples to marry. Just a little info for you there, you obnoxious little prick. The divorce is at 60%. That's like 6 out of 10 people are getting divorced. That's before same-sex marriages want it. So we actually want to help the tradition of marriage. And trust me, the tradition of marriage was when a woman was traded for animals and land, and the virginity was the contract. That's the true tradition of marriage. And then the church got involved around about 1342, 1352, and then things went wrong from there. Okay. This, in turn, would lead to a larger number of unmarried women who have abortions at a higher rate than married women. Well, it's either that or get a TV show called 16 and Pregnant, and it started actually in Algonac, Michigan. So you've got a choice. You either become famous or you go to the hospital. Anyway, so he says nearly 900,000 more children in the next generation will be aborted as a result of their mothers never marrying. He wrote in the brief, this is equal to the entire population of the cities of Sacramento and Atlanta combined. What an ass. What a total stupid jerk. And you know what? The people in Utah, they voted for this little prick. Oh dear, not only has he got a little penis, he's stupid to boot. One thing here now that really, really pisses me right off. This is Schneider. Prick Schneider. Oh, Rick. Prick Schneider. He's actually recognizing a terminally ill gay man's marriage. Michigan Governor Prick Snyder announced in a legal brief filed late last week that he opposes state recognition of the marriage of a gay man in the Wolverine state who's terminally ill. The 5-page brief, dated April the 16th and submitted to the U.S. District Court of the Western District of Michigan, Prick Snyder argues that Michigan shouldn't be required to recognize the marriage of Bruce Morgan, in the East Grand Rapids, Michigan resident who suffered from brain cancer and married his partner, Brian Marucci, in New York in 2013. Not a lot to say about that, apart from he's an absolute little prick. We're back to these again. I really, really detest this. You know, the one-tough nerd is an absolute obnoxious little prick. That's exactly what it is. You know, I mean, if you get, like, say, get a voodoo doll, then get some pins, and then you stick a pin in it where somebody else's marriage is going to hurt you. Somebody else's marriage. Just stick a pin in that doll, just exactly where another person's marriage is going to hurt you. I didn't think so. Anyway, so that's, I just really, he really is, why he was voted back in, and Shitty Shooty, I mean, my God, I mean, what a disgusting pair. They actually should get married because they deserve each other. Let's have some music. Yes, a little bit of Spanish music for us now, and this is called, I like this a lot, it's called Pidiendo Más by Ebony J.
Ella me encanta.
Pasamos
Well, that's it for this week, boys and girls. So see you next week at www.radio-op.com. This is Gay Detroit Radio, every Friday, 9 p.m. Bye now.
Gay